Welcome back everyone to another build order tutorial, and today we've got an exciting Bohemians Fast Castle into unique unit Hussite Wagon. Now of course Bohemians is one of the new civilizations from Dawn of the Dukes, the new DLC for Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition, and I really like the Hussite Wagon. It's actually quite fast to produce, and back this up with a siege workshop and mangonels and monks, this could be a really strong build for arena. So as usual, we're going to start off with 6 villagers on sheep, and then we're going to start sending villagers to wood. Now the Hussite Wagon, the main kind of vulnerabilities is siege and also melee type units. So we're going to get our own siege to counteract what your opponent might be going for, and you can mix in some monks if you're worried about knights. So we're going to start off by 6 villagers on sheep, and then we're going to send 4 villagers to wood, of course building a lumber camp, and we'll need to push in our deer. As usual with arena, you need to really push in all your deer. Make use of that extra food that you can get. So let's speed things up a little bit. So 6 on sheep, 4 to wood, and then after we've got 4 on wood, we're going to send 1 villager to the boar. Okay, so we're going to grab our first boar, and then after that we'll send 1 villager to build 2 houses and then the mill. After that we'll be sending another 2 villagers to the mill, so 4 in total on berries, and then we'll be getting our second boar. After the second boar we'll send 2 villagers to food underneath the TC. There's the second one, and then we're going to build 1 house and then go to a new lumber camp. We'll get 4 villagers on this lumber camp in total, so 1 to the house, lumber camp, and 3 villagers to that wood line. After you've now got 8 villagers on wood, we'll send 2 villagers to gold, and 2 villagers to stone, and then we click up. Once we've clicked up, we'll need to kind of think about what to do next. We're going to send 2 villagers from underneath the TC, the sheep once they're expired, to stone, 2 villagers to stone, 3 to stragglers, and we'll seed 5 farms. Okay, so we've just hit Feudal Age. What we'll do, we'll drop a blacksmith and a market. And the 2 new villagers from the TC will go to stone. Once the 2 new villages are made and you've got the blacksmith market, we'll click up to Castle Age, and now we are well on our way. Now, whilst we're well on our way to Castle Age, we'll get double bit axe and horse collar as soon as we can afford it. We'll send the 3 villagers on stragglers to build a house and then go to gold. At this point, we just need to keep an eye on our villagers, make sure they're efficient in working. And once we hit Castle Age, we'll take the berry villagers to build the castle within our base first. And we'll get bowsaw and heavy plough as well. Now of course with Bohemians you get the bonus of the mining camp upgrades for free, which is fantastic. We're going to keep our villagers on stone because we're actually going to go for a second castle in front of our opponent's base, and those villagers will be backed up by the Hussite Wagons. By the way, just as soon as you hit Castle Age, I'd actually recommend getting Loom at that point. That's kind of the time I intend to get it, so on the way to Castle Age, click Loom and then start queuing your villagers. The new villagers will be going to gold, and in total I usually go for about 8 villagers on gold, and then after that the new villagers all go to wood. Villagers building the castle will go to berries again, and 1 of them will go to build a siege workshop. That villager that goes to build the siege workshop will also build houses, so we can kind of get some pop space, because as soon as we've got the castle down we're going to start queuing up Hussite Wagons, and we're going to be queuing up mangonels from the siege workshop, so we will need to keep the population space available for that. So as we've hit 8 villagers on gold, now the new villagers will go to the wood line. Once the berry villagers are done with the berries, they will of course seed some farms. And once we hit 650 stone, we'll start to move our army forward, the Hussite Wagons, the mangonels, the villagers, and build a forward castle. At this point it kind of depends what your opponent's going to go for. If you see knights on the field or a stable, or you're just worried about sort of melee units, you can actually drop a forward monastery as well, and maybe just unqueue a couple of Hussite wagons to accommodate 100 wood for the monastery. I've got a budding economy here. We'll actually be able to go up to imp as well sooner or later if we have to. We may need to idle the TC, but it just depends on what you're facing at this point. At this point, we've got so many Hussite wagons, mangonels, we can really push forward. So guys, hope you enjoyed that build order tutorial. If you're interested in more like this, do hit the playlist button on the right there. That will take you to the next video. Take care guys, and see you on the next video.